I'm a Mac automation expert with over 20 years of experience, and in this video I'd like to show you how to create an automation workflow which adds a split screen transition to your timeline in Premiere Pro in just a few seconds and with only one keystroke. And thanks to an automation method I developed myself over the years, you won't need any coding skills whatsoever and can easily do it yourself. Before we can create the automation workflow, we have to add our transition once manually. So make sure you have 2 clips added to your timeline and then nest your first clip, rename it to 1. Nest your second clip, rename it to 2. Move your playhead to the cut between both clips, move 10 frames to the left, make a cut, select the piece in the middle. In the program panel, change the zoom to 50%, switch to the effect controls panel. Under opacity, click on the free draw Bezier tool icon, create a triangular mask like this, set mask feather to 0, duplicate this piece by dragging it up 1 track while holding the Alt key, select it, check invert it, set mask expansion to -1 pixel, nest the first piece once again, rename it to left, nest the second piece a second time as well, rename it to right, switch to the effect controls panel, search for the transform effect, add it to both tracks in the middle separately, move your playhead to the beginning, select the left layer, under transform, create a keyframe for position, create a second keyframe at the end of the left layer, change both position values to 0, uncheck use composition's shutter angle, set the shutter angle value to 180, move your playhead to the beginning again, select the right layer, under transform, create a keyframe for position, create a second keyframe at the end of the right layer, double both position values, uncheck use composition's shutter angle, set the shutter angle value to 180, select both layers, move them up 1 track, drag clip 2 to the left to close the gap, and you're done. If this is the first time you're watching one of my tutorials, please head over to the shortcut settings in Premiere Pro and make sure you have assigned the following shortcuts: adjustment layer, Command Option Control Shift plus A, projects, Shift plus Y, effect controls, Shift plus X, effects, Shift plus C, timelines, Shift plus V, rename under project panel, Command Option Control Shift plus R, zoom to frame, Command Option Control Shift plus B, minimize all tracks, Command Option Control Shift plus M, delete all empty tracks, Command Option Control plus D, add edit, S, ripple delete, X, and finally assign the F key to the shortcut called clear, which will delete everything which is selected in your timeline. Then with the lower adjustment layer selected in your timeline, go to the effect controls panel, right click on the transform effect, select save preset from the pop-up menu, rename it to split screen transition preset left and click OK to save it. Do the same with the upper adjustment layer selected, but rename the preset to split transition preset right, obviously. Last but not least, make sure you have the free trial version of the app BetterTouchTool installed on your Mac. Navigate to this new icon up here, click on configuration, and then let's get started with our automation. Click on these 3 little dots up here. Add a new trigger by clicking on the plus symbol in the left column and select reusable named trigger in the right column. Rename it to split screen transition. If you haven't done it already, add a second trigger and name it workflow speed. Click on the plus symbol in the middle column, select the action called pause execution, delay next action blocking from the drop-down menu in the right column and set its value to 0.1 seconds. Now highlight the split screen transition trigger again and add the first action by clicking the plus symbol in the middle column. Click into this search field, type launch app and select the action launch app, open file, start Apple script. Click on select app file and choose Premiere Pro. This will bring Premiere Pro to the front. Add another action called trigger named trigger, highlight the workflow speed trigger in the left column, copy its name and paste it into the text field of our trigger named trigger action. This will allow us to adjust the overall speed of our workflow at the end if necessary. Now move your playhead to the cut between both clips. This will be the starting point for our automation workflow. Also, please navigate to the sequence drop-down menu up here and make sure selection follows playhead is activated. We want the workflow to run properly each time we trigger it, so now let's add a couple of actions in order to take care of that. Add the following key combinations to your workflow: Shift plus V to highlight the timelines panel, Command Option Control Shift plus B to bring the playhead to the center of your screen, Command Option Control Shift plus M to minimize all tracks, and Command Option Control plus D to delete all empty tracks. We have to nest both both clips first of all, so click on the plus icon in the middle column to add another action. Click into this blue text field of the pop-up menu on the right and press the left arrow key on your keyboard to record it as a shortcut action. This will highlight the track on the left in your timeline. In order to nest it, add an N key shortcut action, and to rename the nested clip, add the action insert type paste custom text with split screen nested clip 1 written into the text field in the right column. Add an enter key shortcut action next, followed by the shortcut action shift plus right arrow key to move the playhead forward, which will highlight the other clip. Then repeat it all with another N key shortcut action, the action insert type paste custom text, but this time with split screen nested clip 2 written into the text field on the right. Then yet another enter key shortcut action, followed by an arrow up shortcut action to move the playhead back to the cut between both clips. Then add shift plus left arrow key twice to move 10 frames to the left, the S key to make a cut, the right arrow key in order to highlight the middle piece, followed by a command shift plus 1 shortcut action, which will reduce the zoom of the clip in the program monitor so we can create an opacity mask next. To achieve this, add shift plus X to switch to the effect controls panel, where we want our mouse cursor to click on the free draw Bezier icon under opacity. Add an action called find search image on screen and move mouse next. Position this transparent red rectangle over the icon like this, hit the space key on your keyboard and wait for 3 seconds until the screenshot pops up in this little square in the right column of BetterTouchTool. Add the action left click at current mouse position, followed by an action called move mouse to position. Click on record new position. Hover with your mouse cursor to this edge of the clip and save your cursor's position by hitting the space bar on your keyboard again. Back in BetterTouchTool, click on save and add another left click action, and then repeat this 3 more times for this and again this position of your mouse cursor in order to draw a triangle. You can simply copy and paste the first move mouse action for the 4th position to make sure the triangle closes properly. We want to set the mask feather value to 0, so let's add the action find search image on screen and move mouse with the red rectangle resized and positioned like this. Make sure to change move mouse to move to bottom right of recognized area. Add a left click action followed by the action insert type paste custom text with 0 written into the text field in the right column, and confirm the new values simply by adding an enter key shortcut action. Now we have to duplicate the middle piece of our adjustment layers, so the next action is shift plus V to switch to the timelines panel. Then add the move mouse to position action again and save your mouse cursor's position like this directly over the middle piece. Now add an action called opt key down and the action drag mouse to position. Change the Y coordinate to -20 pixels. Click on save. Add the action opt key up, Ctrl Shift plus M to minimize the newly created track, and 2 Command plus 0 shortcut actions in order to activate it. This allows us to highlight the upper segment of our adjustment layer simply by adding Shift plus left arrow key and Shift plus right arrow key after that. With the segment selected, we switch to the effect controls panel with Shift plus X, where we want to set a check mark for inverted and change the mask expansion value to -1. To achieve this, add 2 more find search image on screen and move mouse actions. Choose move to bottom right of recognized area again and position the red transparent rectangle like this and like this. Add a left click action to check inverted and a left click action followed by the insert type paste custom text action with -1 written into the text field to change the mask expansion value. Also add an enter key shortcut action to confirm the new value. Now we have to nest both clips separately once again, so let's continue with another Shift plus V shortcut action, a move mouse to position action with the lower adjustment layer piece as our saved mouse cursor position, a left click action, the N key, the action insert type paste custom text with left written into the text field, and an enter key action. Then comes Shift plus left arrow key, Shift plus right arrow key, which will highlight the upper piece automatically, then again the N key, the action insert type paste custom text with right written into the text field this time, and yet another enter key action. Don't worry, we're almost done. In order to apply our previously saved split screen transition presets to both adjustment layer pieces, continue by adding the shortcut action Shift plus C and Shift plus F to highlight the search field of the effects panel. Then comes insert type paste custom text with split screen transition preset preset written into the text field, followed by find search image on screen and move mouse, with the red rectangle positioned over the preset for the piece named left. After that, the action drag mouse to position, and the same actions a second time for the adjustment layer named right. Then add the following 5 actions: Shift plus C, Shift plus F, the delete key, the enter key, and Shift plus V. This will restore the effects panel and highlight the timelines panel. The last thing we want our workflow to do is to drag both adjustment layer pieces up by 1 track and close the gap by moving the second clip to the left. We begin by adding a move mouse to position action and save our mouse cursor's position like this. This is followed by an action called custom mouse buttons and modifiers. In the right column, please make sure to check Shift. Add the action drag mouse to position and change the value for the Y coordinate to -20. Add Command Option Control Shift plus M to minimize the newly created track and 2 Command plus 0 shortcut actions in order to activate it. Add the move mouse to position action, hover your cursor over the gap in your timeline, save this position, add 1 less left click action to highlight the gap, add an X key shortcut action to close the gap with our second clip, hit Command plus S to save everything in BetterTouchTool, click on the app icon at the top of your screen and restart the app. Now let's reset everything in Premiere Pro and test our automation by clicking this little play icon down here. And there you go, 41 steps reduced to just 1 single click. Thanks to our workflow speed trigger, it's super simple to adjust the overall speed of our automation whenever we like. Just highlight the trigger in the left column, select the action pause execution, delay next action blocking in the middle column, and change its value from 0.1 seconds to 0.05 seconds, for example, to make it run even faster. And because we don't want to trigger our workflow from the configuration window of BetterTouchTool each time, let's assign a custom keyboard shortcut to our split screen transition. Click on this little keyboard icon up here, click on the plus symbol, and now you can record any shortcut you like. I'm going to assign it to the key of this used additional Apple wireless keyboard. I'm going to turn into a really fancy customized stream deck for video editors. If you're planning to use a second keyboard as well, it's important to change the trigger condition from works on all keyboards to works on keyboards with same type as used for recording to avoid triggering the workflow by accident when you press the same keyboard shortcut on your regular keyboard. To link the automation workflow with our keyboard shortcut, just click on the plus symbol in the middle column, add the action called trigger named trigger, type the name of our split screen transition trigger into this text field in the right column, and this is how you can automate adding a split screen transition to your timeline in Premiere Pro in only a few seconds and with only 1 keystroke.